and New York Giants Sports Talk and Entertainment. The intro's getting longer. I'm getting my lungs back in shape. Training camp is paying off. I'm hanging and banging. You could see me working out and getting ready to get this 2021 season started. FanFest is tonight. Will I be at FanFest? I haven't decided yet. I have 3 tickets. I was going to take the family. But we're going to go to the game on Saturday, so I don't know if it's worth the drive to go Saturday and go Wednesday. We'll see. I'll probably make a game time decision on that. If I do, I'll just tweet out to everyone that I'm at FanFest. See me, say hello. Probably not going to do any streaming or anything from FanFest because you know what? I'm a fan. I want to enjoy the fest. I want to have a good time, and that's what we're going to do. I'll probably do some streaming from the parking lot of the game or on Saturday. We'll see. We'll figure it out. But if you see me, I'll be wearing my online Big Blue shirt. If you see me, say hello. Say, hey, Tim, what's going on? Love me? Hate me? Say hi. Let's talk about Dave Gettleman. Dave Gettleman came out yesterday and pretty much admitted that this is an important year. Not admitted, he said it directly. This is an important year for Daniel Jones. Yeah, 100%. His exact quote was, this is an important year for Daniel and an important year for us. What can I tell you? He goes, I'm stating the obvious. And he's right. Daniel Jones and this team needs to do something. Gettleman knows it. Gettleman knows it's his job. You know, he may want to retire next year, but if he wanted to stay on, let's say, and we go 4-13, he's not going to be around. Because Jones is Gettleman's guy at 6 in the 2019 draft. Gettleman went on to say, we have great confidence in Jones, who's entering his 3rd season. And honestly, if you think Jones has the talent, Gettleman in some ways has gone about it the right way. He's added 2 wide receivers, 1 free agent, 1 rookie, along with a veteran tight end in Kyle Rudolph. You think your star running back is hopefully coming back. Jones is going to be in the same system now for the 2nd season under Jason Garrett. And, Gettleman went on to say he's done some really good stuff for us in camp. You have to remember he switched offenses after the 1st season, and it takes time. But I have great confidence in Daniel Jones. I'm tired of that excuse. There are plenty of quarterbacks who have switched offenses multiple times and have had good seasons. There are plenty that have had bad seasons, but there's also plenty that have had good seasons. Eli Manning was under Kevin Gilbride for a decade. And he had his best statistical season when he switched under Bob McAdoo. Just throwing that out there. And one of the things about Jones is consistency is kind of what's eluded him so far. He's only won 8 games. He's lost 18. He threw 24 touchdown passes, which most of them came in 3 games, and had 12 interceptions, but he also lost 11 fumbles. He cut down his fumbles last year to 6, but he only threw 11 touchdown passes. And a lot of people are going to blame that on the weapons and blame that on the line. I just love the people that blasted Eli Manning the latter part of his career. And you could substitute and say the same thing about Eli. He didn't have the weapons. He didn't have the line. But no, we don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. Why would we want to do that? But Gettleman's, I think in some ways it was a point of honesty. And a lot of times when you have interviews, I've always said before, you have the coach speak. We're going to give it 110%. We're going to play it 1 game at a time. We're seeing great progress through all of our players. This is a team effort. It's coach speak. And Gettleman, you have a rare glimpse of honesty, for a moment, for a fleeting moment. And now, like I said, with Jones having the weapons, this is going to be a large amount of pressure on. I don't envy Daniel Jones' position. Daniel Jones has got to know he's going into year 3 hanging out on the ledge. Because you're no longer going to have the excuse that you don't have any weapons when you have the likes of Kenny, Darius, Tony, even Evan Ingram to a point, Rudolph, Saquon Barkley. This is one of these offenses that is more complete than it's been over the last couple of years. But one thing I did want to talk about is the offensive line. And we're going to do more in-depth dive into the offensive line. But with all the weapons that we have gathered for Daniel Jones, none of it's going to matter if Daniel Jones isn't upright. If he's, I also forgot Sterling Shepard. And don't worry. The what's his name? Kenny Sills. He's that guy that everyone's just in love with again. He's just that guy. David Sills. Sorry. He's going to be the David Sills is going to be the difference maker on this team. All right, guys, come on. He's 25 years old. He's been in the league for almost 3 years. I mean, if you're not making it by now, you're not really going to probably make it. You got a hard time making the 53-man roster with Kenny, Sterling, Shepard. You forgot about John Ross is out there. Dante Pettis has been turning heads. I love when people go, he's getting the well-needed. David Sills is getting the well-needed or the well-deserved first-team reps. They're just seeing what he has, guys. Victor Cruz, 14.0. But let's just talk about the offensive line for a minute. You gave Daniel Jones the plethora of weapons, but the team is saying all the right things about the line. The line is going to gel. The line is going to maturate. We're going to marinate these players. We're going to have these young guys turn the corner. But let's just briefly look at the line, though, for a second, because you gave Daniel Jones the weapons, but is he going to have time to connect with the weapons? And if you go through the line real quickly, Andrew Thomas, he's not a question mark because he's going to be your right. He's going to be your left tackle. No matter what, he's going to be your left tackle. Is he ready? We hope so. We've seen some good things in camp. I want to see some good things against the Jets. We got to hope the ankle is solid. And like I said, because he looked, and I did multiple videos during the season, he looked a half a second slow off the ball last year at times. And that probably could be attributed to the ankle injury. So to me, he is really one of the two constants on this line. Your left guard's Shane Lemieux. People freaked when the Giants freaked. This is what scares me. The Giants freaked when Shane Lemieux went down. They freaked. And Shane Lemieux, we have to hope that he can pass block. And you no longer have Zach Fulton, I was never great in love with the pick at signing, but you no longer have Zach Fulton. You got Kyle Murphy, and what's his name? Brett Higgy. Shane Lemieux is a huge question mark. Nick Gates. Jonathan Harrison, like I said, I would like to see Jonathan Harrison come out and start playing or come back off the list because you know what? I'd like to see him start at center so we can move Gates to one of the guard positions. But there's really no depth behind Nick Gates. Will Hernandez, another huge question mark. He's going into year 4 now. He's just so up and down. It's not even funny. He looks like a mauler. And that's funny. Sometimes he looks like Tarzan and plays like Jane. And I when he came out of college, I was expecting so much more from him. And then you got the venerable Matt from Connecticut at right tackle with Kenny Wiggins backing him up. And Nate Solder is the swing tackle. If we don't see that there could potentially be an issue, if you're a true Giant fan and you are looking at this offensive line, you could see potential. But the problem is we need more than potential. We need consistent quality play. Because if you are relying on Daniel Jones to be the man, and you hope he is, your issue is going to be the fact that you need to keep him upright. He needs at least 3.5 seconds, 3 seconds to throw the ball, especially if you're going to go down deep to go down to Kenny. And that's not bashing Daniel Jones. That's not bashing the line, like people like to say I do. It's not doing any of that. But we're going to do a deeper dive on the offensive line, I think, tomorrow. We're going to break out the King of the Almost Catch sound effects on Sunday. We'll do the Sunday recap show because we have, like I said, 11 a.m. every Sunday. We're going to do a show. It's Chalk Talk with Tim from Online Big Blue. Might have some special guests too. Lining up a former Giant. I don't want to say who yet, but we're gonna have that special guest. We'll see about if we're gonna be at FanFest. We'll definitely be at the game. We'll be looking around for everyone, saying hi, waving. Nobody's going to know it's me. That's what I love it. That's why I like not being on the camera, because I don't want to be recognized, because I'm just too sexy. People are like, you're so cocky. Yeah, I know it. That's why I'm on YouTube. Hope everyone has a good time at FanFest if I don't make it. And again, this is Dan with Online Big Blue, bringing you the best in New York Giant sports talk and entertainment. And as always, if you could like, maybe subscribe, ring that bell, you know what it means. That'd be awesome.